that means? Hello, formally in Korean. My name is Kristen, aka Blurred Sunbae, and I learned some interesting things about St. Patrick's Day that you couldn't have told me. You couldn't have told me. The things that I learned, and I'm going to read it to you. This is actually from Britannica.com. So if you have a different source you want to pull from, your great grandmother had this to say about it, it might be too far. You know, if somebody passed down the knowledge and you want to add something, let me know, okay? Blurs. I gotta come out with official merch. You know, my line sister, she waiting on it. Let's look at this, shall we? So, St. Patrick, right? Saint of Ireland, okay. Born in Roman Britain. Apparently kidnapped at the age of 18 and taken to Ireland as a slave. Just stay with me. He escaped, but then returned to convert the Irish to Christianity. You could not have told me that Jesus Christ was the root of St. Patrick's Day. But I mean, Saint, you know, you just think about it as a name. You don't think about it that deep, but interesting. So his death was on March 17th. Today is March 16th, so tomorrow is the day. They call it the feast day, right? And apparently during his time of converting the Irish to Christianity, it says that he established monasteries, churches, and schools. I'm still reading some of this. Hold on, I skimmed over this a bit too much. Many legends grew up around him. For example, that he drove the snakes out of Ireland and used the shamrock to explain the Trinity. So, you Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Okay. You don't think about how all of this is rooted in there. Okay, Christ. And you know, over time, I mean, like this says, it kind of became more secular, especially as it got to the United States. It's so interesting. And another interesting fact is that apparently the color blue is what's associated with St. Patrick. But I mean, you know, with the shamrock, I guess that's where green comes from. I wonder why blue was initially associated with him. Chicago would color their rivers green. I mean, that just made a day out of it. It's drinking and feasting, but it's technically in celebration of converting to Christianity. But who knew that this was about converting to Christianity? I hadn't seen a lick of Christ nowhere. It's not a judgment thing. You couldn't have told me that it's technically a Christian holiday. I feel so ignorant. But anyway, let's go to the parade, right? So what I'm going to show you is the 40th celebration of St. Patrick's Day. And honestly, I don't know how I completely missed 1 through 39. I haven't been here that long. Well, I haven't been alive that long, but I've been here for like, you know, at least closer to where their parade is for the last 4 years, and I missed it the first few, and I just don't know how I haven't heard about it, and it's been going on for that long. So in Birmingham, Alabama, in the South Side, 5 Points South area, they have the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Now, fortunately, I was able to capture 2024, and unfortunately, it's 2025, and the 41st celebration, the parade got canceled because tornado weather, right? So we couldn't do it, but the least we could do is look back, enjoy what was. I wish I was kind of more on the front line of things, because your girl was sitting back there just chilling, eating some Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A was along that same street. I said, let me sit down and enjoy the show. But I caught some good moments. I wish I could play the music, but we have to keep the video up. We can't go through that. But there are so many different groups to highlight. There are so many different little animals, and people just bring out the whole nine for St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to highlight the restaurants that are featured as well, give a little blurb so you can see where to go, and maybe even some of my favorite spots around the area as well. I'm gonna stop blabbering and enjoy the few clips, the few highlights that I have of the day, and make sure you go enjoy the featured restaurants for March 17th. I'm going to put the picture as well because they're actively participating. I think they have like certain discounts and deals going on. So, don't miss out on it. Do not miss out. So, without further ado.
Got your bubble guns, hat, please.
Sunbae, somehow with that Korean touch, black nerd, and she fine, you just can't get enough. Blurred appreciation Monday, that's been for sure. All the Blur creatives should be sure to report. Rebound Wednesday, she go crazy over shows from animated dramas. How could you? And on the weekend, you never know what you could get. Make sure you stay tuned in. Blur Sunbae's legit. It's a Blur Sunbae.